Follow the sound. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, before we get into practice, I will explain that what we are going to do today. So our main purpose is in recognizing the truth as it is. So when it comes to that recognition, your observation should be very clear, and your consciousness, your awareness, your mind should be 100% activated. So you cannot experience this with the half mind. So it is very natural, the mind go here and there. And that's why we try to practice tranquility meditation in the beginning before we get into the deeper level of practice. So when it comes to this meditation, there are two meditation techniques, mental cultures, mainly we practice. One is called samatha, tranquility meditation. Another one is called vipassana, insight meditation. So the tranquility meditation, in the beginning, we're trying to bring our mind to one pointness, and we're trying to calm down our mind, relax our mind, and keep in one point. For that, we give one mental object, not many objects, one object. So just try to stay with that. So it becomes your primary object, and then wherever the mind go, bring it back and always try to focus to that. So that is your inhalation, exhalation. So inhalation, exhalation, it's itself the sensation, nothing else. So remember that. So even mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, and stay with your primary object. So today, from the primary object, we're going to observe the four elements with our body. So the four elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. So when it comes to heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, just remember yourself. You just keep relax your body, calm. And then in the beginning, observe head to toes and recognize, get a mental note regarding all the sensation arise in your body. So whatever the sensation in the beginning, don't try to categorize, don't try to go with it, don't try to judge it, don't try to change it. Just observe and you recognize. And once you recognize, then rather than recognizing this is a knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, slowly get into one place and start to observe deeply what kind of nature, what kind of feelings that you can recognize. And what is the main elements that you can recognize? Heat or the motion. It's like when you feel like itching, it's like moving here and there, it's a motion. or liquidity, and sometimes it's not solid, but itself it's like, as example, that nose or the tongue in the uh, your throat, if there is any feelings arise in your mouth, so that kind of related with the liquidity. And if there is saliva and try to disturb, so it is related with the liquidity. And hardness, is there any heaviness? So like that, recognize whatever the heat, motion, liquidity or hardness related with that sensation. And that recognition is enough. And if it is possible, just observe and wait a little bit and see what is going to happen. So otherwise, in the beginning, just surface level, recognize, rather than recognizing it as a pain, today you're going to recognize that sensation through elements. So then you're not going to name it as a knee pain, shoulder pain, back pain. So like that, you recognize as a heat, motion, liquidity or hardness. So that we're going to do and observing. So one place you do, and then once you maybe, if you feel tired or enough for you, or maybe the sensation disappear, and then slowly bring your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area and stay there. And sometimes your entire body, you can feel kind of like through these four elements, the whole body as one. Sometimes you feel like heavy, tight, like one thing. So then maybe your entire body is like moving like air. Or so an entire body, it feel like whole body with the heat. So like that, maybe some people experience the whole body also. But anyway, just recognize the heat, motion, liquidity and hardness. And after that, after a few minutes you practice that, bring your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And stay with the inhalation, exhalation. So inhalation and exhalation is the name. So we're going to drop the name later. You're not going to recognize it through the name. And the long or short, it's the form. So you drop the form also. So you drop the name and the form and go to the depth of the sensation. And now observe the sensation with the very fresh, clear mind, moment by moment. It is not the, you don't continue your consciousness, your awareness, your mind. Don't keep the same mindset. As example, why? Because as example, you start your meditation with the busy mind. And if you keep the same quality in you, you cannot get into this. So that's why always, moment by moment, try to keep the fresh newness inside you. So that is important. Don't repeat your actions. So whatever the experience come to you, let it go and move forward and observe with the sharp, clear mind. And then in the sensation, if you're able to recognize the sensation and see through that sensation, heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. That may be heavy inhalation, exhalation. That means hardness. You recognize it as a hardness. And sometimes heat, warm or cold inhalation. And sometimes inhalation become cooler and exhalation become hot because the body temperature moving out through exhalation. So like that, recognize the heat and the motion, that itself it's moving, shallow. And the liquidity. So sometimes inside the nostril, you feel little watery. And in the deeper level, and when the inhalation, exhalation happens, sometimes that you can recognize it. So, and it is not mostly very rough. When the inhalation exhalation happen, it is very soft, and at the same time it create kind of like a wet inside in the depth of the nose. So just observe deeply and recognize. So those are the things we're going to practice today, and observe yourself. So if your mind go here and there, again and again bring it back, so that to your primary object. Remember that, stay with it. And other thing is, in case how you, and from beginning to end, how you continue your meditation without getting disturbed yourself. So some you practice at home and you are more comfortable yourself, so then little bit you have to be hard on you, and at the same time you have to remember this is not a kind of like a military practice. This is more, you have to be more relaxed, comfortable, and at the same time you should not be lazy or keep continuing whatever you do, your day-to-day activities. So then how you can continue meditation? As example, you sitting and you want to change the posture, it is okay. And so how you can do that? Before you change the posture, you just know yourself, you want to change the posture, and get a mental image before you change it. And then slowly, knowingly, you change the posture. And maybe you want to move your leg. Don't do anything, just recognize you want to move your leg, and get a mental image first, and then change the leg slowly. And maybe you want to use the restroom. Don't just stand up and go. Don't run. No, first take few minutes, seconds, and just know yourself, you have to stand up and move, go, and which way you going to go. So just recognize, and then slowly, mindfully, you start to do it. So like that. And if you want to drink water, don't just do it. Wait a little bit and just get a mental image and know yourself what you're going to do. And then slowly start yourself. So like that, when you come back to your meditation, you can keep continue. You can keep continue. There is not break going to happen in between the meditation. So like that, we're going to start. And your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And let your whole body weight go down, and bring attention to your body. Your right palm on your left. Scan head to toes yourself 3 times and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories, and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and recognizing the 4 elements. heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. So bring attention to your whole body. Observe head to toes and recognize the sensation. Just get a mental note. Don't categorize, don't name it, don't try to think of it, don't have any wish regarding any sensation, don't change anything. Bring attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and recognize the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. Stay with the sensation few minutes. And bring attention to one place in your body. And wherever you feel sensation, and observe and recognize out of 4 elements: heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. See whatever the one element is stronger, just recognize it. Once you're done, go back to the primary object, stay there. Then again find a place, so like that. Do it yourself. get the most strongest sensation wherever it is. If you feel only the hardness, it is okay. Only the heat, just go with it. Don't compare the first place with the last place. Bring attention to the inhalation, exhalation. Stay with it. Drop the name and form. Just be with the sensation. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through this compound, this village, city, state, country, world, and universe, and as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this: may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, today I am going to tell you a story. Long time ago, once upon a time, there was a person called Katu Halika. And this Katu Halika, that was his name, and he had a wife, Kali. And they had a son called Kapi. So somehow what happened, there was the very dangerous drought came and they couldn't survive themselves. And then they left the village with this little child, mother and father. On the way, this Kapi, this little child also died. So this Kotuhalika and the Kali, the both went to far away another village, and they found when they was traveling, they were so hungry, and somehow they found a place. There was a millionaire, very generous man, giving food for people. And early in the morning, a huge ceremony. They give food for the rishis or the sannyasis or the monks. And then after that, they offer the food for the lay people. So somehow this Kotuhalika and the Kali came to this place, husband and wife. And they received some food, and it was so tasty. And they were so happy because why? Because they had no food for few days. They were so hungry. And while they eating, and they saw there are monks come and people come. So they were so happy to see and appreciate, how good this person, and he's so generous and giving food for people and for monks, sannyasis, rishis, yogis, so like that. And then right away, what happened? There was a dog came to close by. And that the generous millionaire came with the same food, whatever he used to give it to people, and he came with the same food and gave it to that dog. And dog also was so hungry, and somehow it was eating happily. So Kotuhalika saw this, and now he start to think. And he start to think, look, we are human. And we get this food. And how this dog get the same kind of food. And he got jealous about the dog. And it happened today also. And sometimes there are people say there are dogs have more facilities than human. So that idea came with the jealousy. So what happened? The Kotuhalika, this person was so hungry and he was eating, and he didn't recognize its limit. And now the jealousy also came, seeing this dog. And what happened? With that jealousy, the Kotuhalika died. And he died, and he had the jealousy because of regarding the dog. And what happened? He reborn as a dog in the same dog's womb. The same dog that he saw eating, he born again as a dog in the same that dog's womb. That is the power of the last thought. Because his last thought was with that dog and the jealousy, and it was a karma to go lower existence, and his consciousness related with the dog, and it came. Because he mentally, physically, he was weak, and whatever thought came, that it was so powerful with the greed, and right away, once he died, his consciousness, the related to that, and born as a dog. And then what happened? This place used to be a place always the monks come and the people come. So the Kotuhalika used to appreciate that in the beginning, because he knew what is right, what is wrong, and what is good. And as a result of that, even though he became a dog, what happened? When the monks come for dana or the lunch, this dog used to go forward and welcome the monks and not allow any other animals to disturb monks. And he used to take care, and even after monks receive the food, and it go with the monks little bit, and then once the monk come to the road, and then he come back. This used to be, and everybody was familiar with this. And his wife, the wife, and he used to become the servant in the same place and used to work. Now that millionaire used to notice this dog behavior, and he became very friendly with the dog. And sometimes when he go to temple, this dog also come behind him. He go to temple and stay with the monk. So somehow they became so that the dog and the monks and this millionaire, this everyone became so familiar. And sometimes when the millionaire cannot go to temple and invite for monks for the dana, what he does, he send the dog. So then the monks know when the dog come to temple, that means it is a message to come to visit his home for dana. So monks also used to go with the dog, and the dog take the monks and go in front, and it's putting that giving the security for monks, not allowing any other animals to come close to the monks. So like that he used to do that. And then it became more familiar with the monks. And so one day there was a Pacheka Buddha, that he also enlightened master, and he's higher than the Arahanta, but he's lower than the Buddha. So Pacheka Buddha. So there was this Pacheka Buddha then came to receive the dana. So this dog used to become familiar with this enlightened master, and somehow the dog became more closer with this enlightened master. And then one day this enlightened master was ready to left the village, because they at that time they used to go to place, not staying in the same place. And the dog knew this. And then the last time when this enlightened master visited the house, and he touch the dog and bless the dog. And the dog was so conscious regarding that, he felt it. And the enlightened master left. The dog became so sad about it, and somehow with the happy mind, the dog died, because the enlightened master blessed that dog. So then, as a result of that, he born in the heaven. He born in the heaven, and he used to have very comfortable life there. After his time finished there, he came back again to human world. He came to human world and born in prostitute mother's womb. So that time in a brothel house, sometimes when they have children, if the child is a girl, they give it to the owner and they raise the child and put back to the brothel house. And if it is a son, they throw them. So this mother, what she did, she throw the child to garbage place. And he was a previous time was a dog. So the dogs used to come to eat garbage. And then they recognized this, there is a little boy, and all the dogs in the village came and around the child, protected the child. So there was a person passed by, and so there were all the village dogs and in one place and protecting something. And this person came, and so then he saw there was a little newly born baby. And this person didn't have any children, and he thought, oh, this is a good opportunity for me to raise this child. And he took this child. And then at the same day, there was a millionaire in that village. And there are astrologers came to read his horoscope. It was in another place. Now this child with another person, there was a millionaire in the village, and the astrologers came to read his horoscope. And while reading his horoscope, and they told to him, you know, there is a boy in this village, newly born baby. Last night this born, and he going to become millionaire than you. So this millionaire became so jealousy and told, go around the town and see is there any child born last night. And then they went around, and all the people go place to place, and he give money to people to look for that. In this, everybody, it's kind of like an intelligence service. Everybody go and look where is there any boy. And somehow they came to know this prostitute woman had this baby, and she threw it. And then if they went and looked and found, but they couldn't find that. And somehow then they found the person whoever received the boy. And then the millionaire gave a lot of money and took the boy. And then what he did, he was trying to kill the boy. Why? Because this boy going to become a millionaire. And it happened in ancient time. There are many stories like regarding the kingdom, like regarding the power. No, it's always happening. So this person tried to kill, but he don't want to kill by his own hand. He was trying to use some other ways to kill this child. So what he did, the very first thing, there was the cow hut close by his house. What he gave this little newly born child to a servant and told, go and put in front of the gate this child. And when the cows come early morning, and they will step on this child, and the child will die. And then the one servant went and put the child next to the gate. Early in the morning, there was a cow came and stand on next stand close to the boy and start to protect the boy, that all the cows and pass by, but no harm. And then the millionaire recognized that the child didn't die and bring it back. So then again, That time the people used to travel through bull cart. And then sometimes the bull carts, one time they go like 500,000 bull carts. So then there was a 500 merchants coming to village, and he thought to put this child on the road, and then my bull cart will go through him and will die. And that also didn't happen. All the cows and all the bull carts and went without any harm to this child. So the next time, third time, he put this child to the tree, top of the tree. If there are eagles, see this and will take. But that also didn't happen. So now third time. So the fourth time, what he was trying to do, and there was a potter that bring all the pottery items to his house. And he sent a message to this potter telling, my son will come tomorrow evening and kill him. And kill him and then put with the clay and burn. So that was the plan. So this millionaire had another son. The main idea was he don't want this homeless child to become the millionaire. He was trying to protect his son and make that his own son, to become a millionaire in the future. But the astrologers told this homeless child, they found later homeless, and this child, someone else going to become the millionaire. So the father was trying to stop that. So then what happened? He sent the message to the potter, and then he was waiting for the son. And then the millionaire with this child send a message and give this message to the potter, and he will do something. You stay there for a few days. So this son took the message, and he cannot read anything, little child, and he took the message and ran to the potter. On the way, this millionaire's own son was playing with children, and then he was so tired about playing, and somehow he want to get out of the playing, and he saw this friend coming towards him, because they used to live in the same house. And then he told, where are you going? Then this boy told, I go to potter because your father gave me a message, I want to give it to him. So this millionaire's own son told, so give it to me, that message, I will take it, you just play for me. And he replaced him, and the millionaire's own son took the message and went to the potter. So what the potter did? Took the message and killed the son and burned. By hearing this in the evening, the millionaire was so sad. So this is happened. This is what I am telling this story, because to understand the very nature of the karma. So this is how it happened. This everywhere. So whatever we do, it's going to bounce back. No one in the middle. It's our own desires hold this everything. And then he was so disappointed. Now this child become little by little young. And the millionaire was every day seeing this child become young, and he got so disappointed. He had so much wealth, and still he had the idea to kill. So then what happened? In another village, he had a lot of property. In that village, there is a tax collector, very close friend to him. And then he thought to, to kill this guy using that tax collector. So what he did, he sent the message again. My son will come with the message, and if you get the message and do it according to that message. So the tax collector received the message. What is the message? My son will come with the message and do exactly the way according to the message. So then he called to this son and told, one day you go to this tax collector and bring the money. And then he gave a message, writing a letter. So kill this boy and then cut it to pieces and throw it. No one can find. So then he took the message. In his own hand, this message regarding his own death, he went. So on the way, he was tired a little bit, and there was a little village. In that village, there was another millionaire. So these both millionaires knew each other. And somehow this person recognized this boy and told, hey, you are in that millionaire's boy, son. Because he don't know that that millionaire tried to kill this boy, and he used to live at the same place, and told yes. Then he invited him to his house, this young boy, and he had they treat him very well and told, don't go now, this is too late, so you stay here, and early morning you can go. And so he accepted that. He told, yeah, it is now late, I'll stay here. And they gave him a room. And in that village, in that millionaire, he had a daughter. So this daughter was observing, and then she knew this is an innocent boy. And he's innocent, and he's a very honest boy. And he's not kind of like a millionaire attitude. He doesn't have that. And somehow this girl was thinking about this boy. So this boy went to sleep, and then at night this girl came and started to search around what he has. And then she found out that letter. What is that letter? It said, kill this guy, and then cut it to pieces and throw, and no one can recognize. And she was so sad. And she was so compassion and thinking, look, this person carry his own death warrant to somebody. And what she did, she took that letter and changed the letter. And she wrote a letter. And this is my son, take care of him, whatever the money you collected, and give it to this guy, and build up 100 acres. With the 100 acres, build up a palace. And then there is my friend, and her father's name, put my friend, and he has a daughter, and married to this boy to that girl, and let them to live there. So she changed the message and put it there. And early morning, he took the message and went to the tax collector. So in the earlier, tax collector received the message, I will send my boy with the message and do exactly according to the message. And what it say? So whatever the tax you collected, the money you collected, give it to this boy and use it, and with the 100 acres and build a palace. And there's my friend, and he having a daughter, and married to that daughter, and let them to live and give all the security and everything. And then the tax collector did the same way according to the message. And then later what happened? That millionaire heard that and he was so shocked. And that all the effort that tried to kill this boy disappeared, didn't happen. And then this his stepfather and was try to he's so old and mentally unhappy and then now almost ready to die. And ready to die, and now he's the only son everybody knows related to him because his own son also died. But in front of everybody, he want to tell this, I'm not going to give anything to this boy. So then he was almost ready to die that everybody came around him and then he called that boy. Now he almost ready to die, everybody around him. So this boy came and now in front of everybody, he was trying to tell, I am not going to give anything to you. And then what happened? He was trying to tell that everybody heard it kind of like the way, I am going to give everything to you. And then everybody thought that is what he told. And then he died and everybody react according to his last will. And now he received all the wealth. And the king heard this. King heard this and then king called this boy. And then from the palace, king was looking at the boy coming. And he was just, that was a rainy day. There was a little holes around everywhere, water around everywhere. And he was jumping place to place and he came to the palace. The king was looking at this. And then king appointed him to this stepfather's wealth and told, now you are the millionaire in this village, so take care your wealth. And then he received it and then he left the palace and king was watching the way he go. When he come to palace, he was keep jumping. It's like a playing, just ordinary person he came. But now he was so disciplined. He not jump over the water and he was slowly step on the water and go very slow and he get wet. And king was thinking, the guy came in a different way, now he go in a different way. And he called back again. And then asked, why you do like this way? Because when you come to the palace and you just came jumping over the water, but now you go that way, very slow and go with the water. So then the boy told, when I come to this place, I am just a boy. I am just a person. But now you appointed me as the millionaire. So now I have responsibility myself. So I have to behave like that. Anymore I cannot become. By hearing that, king was so happy. And the king appointed him as the treasurer for the kingdom. And from that day, he became the treasurer and he used to do a lot of meritorious activities, giving dana, and he became well famous around the area as a very generous person. So, in the very first time, when he saw somebody doing something good, he appreciated it. As a result of that, he accumulated good karma. Even somebody doing something good, looking at it, appreciating it, you can gain good karma. But at the same time, look that when he saw that dog eating, he got jealous. Even as human beings, we can become jealous even for animals. So you have to be very careful. It is just not only for human. We can be jealous regarding the animals. And as a result of that, what happened, he born as an animal, as a dog. And even though he became as a dog, as a previous birth, what he saw and become generous and he appreciate giving dana, that as a result of that, what even he became a dog, he used to have that good qualities within it and help poor monks. And as a result of that, what happened, he little by little became closer to enlightened master. See, when you keep good qualities within you, that is the power of it. It has power to take you to the right place. And he got the, even though as a dog, he received the blessing from the enlightened master. And the dog was so happy to help giving dana and going to temple, inviting monks. The dog used to do this. Even though subconsciously, without thinking and doing it as a human being, and it creates a habitual pattern inside to have the calmness, comfort, the joy, security inside itself. As a result of that, the dog, after he finished that his karma as a dog, he went to heaven. And from there, he came back to human world. Many times that person was trying to kill, but it didn't happen. It because, and giving dana and helping for giving dana is receiving longevity, good health, comfort, strength, and the wisdom. So wherever in this sansaric journey, even if you become happy just giving dana somebody and looking at it, becoming happy, you receive this. And that was so strong. See how many plans that millionaire did to kill this boy, but it didn't happen. And then from there, and he became the well-known millionaire to all. And on the way, not only that, on the way, he received the right woman. That is so hard. See, that woman so wise, and seeing the letter and his own death warrant, death notice, she changed it to the life. She changed it to the luck. So it's like you have to receive your partner as the angel that she or he can turn your life from heaven, the death to life. So when you have the good karma, it happened to you because you cannot find it. You cannot just using yourself. That's why in certain countries, and like Eastern country, it say your husband or wife, it give by the God, because you cannot find it. If when it come as a result of your karma, you're not going to suffer because of your partner. So, and she able to change and from death to life. So that is how should be the partner. That is the person you should marry. So when you do the good karma, you're going to get the right person to you. And then when you get the responsibility, you cannot be the same way. You have to change your lifestyle. And that way, look, right away the king offered him to treasurer, to become the minister for the treasury for the entire kingdom, looking that behavior right away. The result of the karma is not going to come after long time. It doesn't wait like that. The result of the karma happen in that very moment. That is the Buddha's teaching. So then remember yourself. You no need to maybe do by your own hand things. If you can do it, it is good. But at least when someone else do, try to appreciate it. try to say it is good, and try to encourage other people to do good things. And that way you will get the blessing and you become a part of that blessing. And in your samsaric journey, it become your guardian angel. And look at, we are in the middle of this 21st century, 2020. We used to believe the science, technology, and we are the strongest people in this world and so like that. But look what is happening to us all over the world. So where our knowledge and where our wisdom and where our strength is it can protect us? So finally, end of the day, your karma going to deal this everything. So then whenever you have opportunity, try to do the good things. Another thing is, even for animal, don't get jealousy. Appreciate it. Learn to appreciate. I hope this story will remain with you and it will help you to understand the very behavior, very nature of the karma. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patient courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbhityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idhamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahannotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.